process of self-empowerment begins with embracing or accepting reality. This statement seems to be counterintuitive. It seems like if you're going to make things happen, if you're going to progress in your life, you can't be content. You can't accept the way things are. But you have to work and you have to fight against them to make them different. But I want to teach you that paradoxically, it begins with acceptance or surrendering to what is or the way things are. Think of it like this. Reality forms the context of your life. Think of it as another analogy I like to use is it's a game board. It's the game board on which you play life. As such, it includes such things as circumstances, and circumstances can include facts about your life, like today's weather, where you live, what you do for a living, the people with whom you're in a relationship. I could go on and on talking about different circumstances of our lives. Reality also includes events or what happens on a day-to-day basis in your life. Reality includes who you are, your height, your weight, your talents, your strengths, even your basic intelligence and personality is part of your reality. I like what Popeye the Sailor Man said, I am what I am. Reality also includes here and now. In fact, I can only live my life and make choices from where my body is at this moment in time. That means the past is not real. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't value in the past. I can enjoy the past. I can reminisce. I can think about it. I can learn from the past. It's helped shape me into what I am today. But it is not real. What is real is this moment. It also means that the future is not real. Now, I can plan for the future, I can anticipate it, but it doesn't work to live in either the past or the future, which is what we so often try to do. We feel regrets about the past, or we wish things could be the same as they were sometime in the past, or we're planning and thinking and waiting for salvation in the future, that things are going to somehow be better in the future. But remember that it's only this moment that is real. Think about it. When can I make choices? When can I feel happy? When can I be confident? When can I make things happen? It all begins in a moment called now. My definition of reality means that not everything is available and possible to you. You can't make choices based on somebody else's reality or what you wish were your reality or at some other moment in time. Your choices are limited by your reality. You can't leap over a tall building, for example, in a single bullet, or you're not going to catch a speeding bullet with your bare hand. You probably can't even run a 4-minute mile, and you're not likely to be an NBA All-Star. Those are not part of your reality. The truth is that reality forms the parameters around your life and within which you make choices. You know, another way of thinking about reality is that it's like school. Reality is the curriculum of your life. And every person's curriculum is unique, tailored especially for them. Now, you can either complain and you can reject your curriculum, or you can embrace it. And by so doing, you have the opportunity to learn and grow, and in fact make something remarkable of your life. By rejecting or resisting the curriculum that you have been given, you stay stuck. You fail to learn and grow and make the contribution that you were meant to make. Let me share another thought about reality. A critical realization came to me one day, and that was that reality is really neutral. It has no meaning inherent within it. As a matter of fact, you give reality its meaning. This is sometimes hard to accept, especially around difficult realities. For example, for me, when I failed to get into the first 3 choices of a graduate school, or when I was fired from a job that I was really excited about, or when I learned that I had heart disease, or at the death of my parents. Nevertheless, it's true. I learned when facing these realities, tough realities, that I really didn't want in my life, but there are many ways to think about them. I didn't like losing my job, but I realized that the event itself is neutral and I got to decide what it meant to me. Likewise, losing my loved ones or learning about my unexpected illness. The fact that reality is neutral and has no meaning does not mean we don't feel it and sometimes even grieve it. Nor does it mean that there is a right or wrong meaning to attribute to it. Nor does it mean that we're simply resigned to it. It does mean that I recognize it and that I'm the one that is able to give it the meaning that it has. It does mean that I stop resisting and fighting it and instead embrace it as the curriculum of my life, as part of the game board of my life, so that I can use it for my spiritual and emotional growth. I face it squarely. I ask good questions about it, not why me, but what can I learn? What meaning do I choose to give it? What purpose can it serve? What choices do I have about it? How can I move forward given these realities? Well, one practical way of thinking about accepting reality is letting go of all of our shoulds. When life isn't going how we want, we put our attention on how we think things should be rather than how they are. Life should be this way. My child should do this or that. I should feel better. My boss should communicate more or be more appreciative of my contribution. Our shoulds keep us stuck in unhappiness, discouragement, and disempowerment. A better objective is to accept things as they are and take responsibility for our choices to move forward. Let me illustrate what I'm talking about by telling you a story about an old man and his family who lived in the country. One night, their only mare broke out of her stable and ran away into the hills. The neighbors came to the man and consoled him and his family. "What bad luck that your only horse ran away." The man in his wisdom replied, "Who's to say what is good? Who's to say what is bad?" Well, a few days later, the mare returned, bringing with her 3 stallions. The neighbors came again, celebrating, "What good fortune! How lucky you are!" The old man replied, "Who's to say what is good? Who's to say what is bad?" Well, within a few weeks, the eldest son of the family was out breaking one of the stallions, and he was thrown off and seriously injured. The neighbors came once again and said, "What misfortune! Here the beginning of planting season, and you've lost the help of your eldest son." And to that the old man replied, "Good luck, bad luck, who's to know?" Well, a short time later, the army came through the countryside looking for all of the able-bodied young men and passed by the home of this family. The neighbors, in their fickle-minded way, returned again. "What good fortune that your son does not have to go to war." The man, in his wisdom, replied, "Who's to say what is good? Who's to say what is bad?" Yeah, the realities of your life are not simply good or bad. They are simply the way things are. And the most remarkable thing about your life is you're the one who gets to decide what they mean. You're the one that will either use reality to propel you to a better future or remain stuck in unhappiness and disappointment. Well, in the next lecture, I'm going to continue this discussion by talking about the meaning of responsibility.